Is the American dream going down the toilet? Do you feel like the housing market is in the toilet? I mean, that's all we hear. You turn on the news and it's nothing but gloom and doom. If you're thinking about the American dream and how you're going to build wealth, this is going to give us nothing but discouragement. So in today's video, I'm going to try to be the myth buster on the Debbie Downers that say, the market is in the toilet. We're going to look at some facts. We are going to get to the hard, raw data, and we're going to let you decide if you think the market is in the toilet. So stick around. We're going to get to it right now. I'm Lisa Prather with Century 21 Simpson & Associates. We get calls and emails all the time from people like you looking to move into Lexington and Central Kentucky, and we absolutely love it. So be sure that you subscribe to our channel, tap the bell for notifications so you'll be the first to know about all the market changes here in the Lexington, Central Kentucky area. And whether you're looking to move into Central Kentucky next month or 9 months from now, give us a call, send us a text or an email. We'd be happy to help you make the move anywhere in Central Kentucky. So we're going to jump in here to my computer and we're going to take a look to see exactly what does the market show. Does the market show that we're about to be in a crash? We need to get through the hype and see what the truth is. So let's open up my computer here and let's see what we can figure out. I've got some things saved here. But now I want to show you a chart here because this is what so many people are talking about is the, crash of the housing market. So I have made a comparison here between the 2009 housing market and the current housing market in July of this year, which is the latest data that we have. So if you'll look at the blue boxes here, it'll show you which year we're looking at. This lower box, 2009, the interest rates at that time were 5.5%. So when we think about, gosh, the rates have really gone up, no, they just really went down during that whole period of the pandemic. And currently, in July, the rates were hovering around 7%, although they have dropped now down into the low sixes here locally. But what I wanted to show you is when we talked earlier about the excess of houses on the market in 2009. So if you'll take a look at the housing prices here on the left side of the screen, you're going to see that we have in 2009, I don't know if you can see my cursor here, you can see that about 150 is the current, that was the market price, the median home price in 2009. So if we want to look over this way, we're going to look at the median house price currently in this July of 2024 is around $300,000. So in that time period in Lexington, housing prices have basically doubled of the houses that we actually have listed on the market. So we see that the rate here is 7%. We see the rate down here in 09 was 5.5. But what we want to look at is this red line. And you might be asking, well, what's the red line? So if you look all the way over here to the right in the red, it says inventory levels in the months. So that means the inventory levels in the months, when we look at this 12 months, it looks like in 2009, the amount of houses on the market, we had a 12-month inventory in 2009. And so the housing market is based on how many months. If we were to sell out how long would it take to sell the current amount of houses on the market? And in 2009, it would have taken 12 months to have sold all the inventory that was on the market in July of 2009. When the market is at the 12 months inventory, as we can see here in 2009, this is basically a buyer's market, which means, you need a lot of buyers because there's no houses selling. The houses were sitting, if you can remember at that time, they were just sitting on the market and they were not really moving at that time. But if we look over here to currently July of 2024, we see that it is less than 4%. I'm sorry, it's less than 4 months of inventory, probably down around the 2.5 months of inventory, which shows that it has switched back to and it has been this for several years now. It has been a seller's market. So when we think about the difference between 2009 and currently, when people were freaking out in 2009, there were so many houses on the market. And, when you have a fewer amount of houses on the market, then the prices go up. I mean, it's all the supply and demand. And so that's why when people say we're going to have a housing crash, a market crash, really, if you look at this data, you can see that that's not really the truth. We don't have enough houses on the market currently to supply the demand that we have. I want to take you over here and look at this other statistic that I've got here. Now, this is from our current MLS here in the Lexington area. And I wanted to show you, this stat shows in July of 2009, that the average days on the market was 128 days. And so we talked in a previous video, and you can go back and look at that. The days on the market currently are less than 35 to 40 days on the market. Compare that to 2009, 128 days on the market for most houses. So I want to scroll down here and show you the amount of houses that sold were only 959 houses in 2009. It was up from 2008, but only because 2008 earlier in the year was before that market crash came right around the September timeframe. So you can see that really we're in a completely different market than we were then. So when people get on the news and they try to scare you and say, oh my gosh, you need to stay out of the market, we're about to have a crash, that's not what the data is showing. And so we need to be truthful and we need to educate people. And so that's what I want to do today, is to try to give you some education so that you can see that the things that we've been told are not really the truth. Let's see here. 2009, there were a lot of houses listed. 8,842 houses were listed at that time. So that was a lot of houses on the market. So I just want to take us over just real quickly. I want to show you these houses. I just went into our current MLS and I just put in kind of an average price range. It might be just a little bit higher than median house price in Fayette County right now. And I did not discriminate on any area. I just put in all of the areas in Fayette County, but between 375,000 and 400,000. And I came up with 19 properties. So let's just kind of take a quick look and just kind of go down the list. So 19 properties. So if you're looking to buy a house in this range, you've only got 19 properties to look at. Now, if we screen out for 3 bedrooms versus 4 bedrooms, 2 baths versus 2.5 or more baths, whether you want a garage or a basement, that's going to, greatly reduce that 19 total results. So we really don't have a lot of things to choose from on the market right now. So when you hear people say the market's going to crash, or the market's going in the toilet, that's not really the truth. As soon as we can work on these interest rates, which we hear that's coming in the next probably 6 to 8 weeks as we get closer to the end of the year. So keep an eye out for that. Let's keep a watch on that. There was one other thing I wanted to show you. Let's see. Oh, okay. Now, this is a report. It might be WKYT. Yes, WKYT. And they're talking about, home prices continue to rise in the U.S. I mean, it's happening all over the country that house prices are rising due to really inflation, increase in demand. What happened in 2008 when the market did have the crash, lots of builders stopped building houses. And that has basically caught up to us now. Here we are, 15 years later, 18 years later. It has shown us that when those houses were not being built in 09, 10, 11, and 12 at the rates that they were being built, now we're in a deficit in what we have. So, don't be afraid to reach out to us if you decide that, you want to get in the market. As you saw from 2008 and 9 to 2024, housing prices have doubled. Had you been able to own a home or get a home in 2009, your prices would have doubled. But really, even if you bought a home in 2020, the housing prices have gone up substantially. So Building wealth and the American dream in the United States is still available. Reach out to us. We can help you find rates and programs to help you get into a property so you can start building wealth and you can experience the American dream. So don't listen to all the hype that's out there. We're going to help you be able to find whatever it is that fits your budget and meets your needs. Reach out to us at any time. So whether you're looking to move next month or 9 months from now, feel free to reach out to us, send us a text or an email, or give us a call. We'd be happy to help you make the move into Lexington. Be sure to like, subscribe to our channel, and tap that bell for notifications so you'll be the first to know about all the market changes. And it's changing all the time, but you want to be aware of all the market changes in the Lexington area, anywhere in Central Kentucky. So until next time, I hope to see you around town.